and welcome to my channel, Ohio Valley Dasher. Today when I'm filming this, it is actually February the 29th. It is Thursday, leap day. Super exciting. I am going out and doing some gig work today. So I am out right now. It is currently 4:37. But I'm actually starting out here with a shopping order for PetSmart. I've actually never taken a PetSmart order. So I went ahead and took this one. It's for $9.25. It says 3.7 miles. I was about 1.7 miles, I believe, from PetSmart. I actually took a little bit of a shorter way than the map originally recommended, so it might not end up being quite that many miles, but it's not bad. It's literally for 2 items, so I'm going to do this PetSmart shop, and good way to get started with $9.25 for one order. So I'm excited for the night. Let's do it. All right, so I'm looking for Hill's cat food. I think it's back here if I remember right. There we go, Hill's Science Diet. It is the Diet Perfect Weight chicken flavor cat food, 3 pounds. I think this is it. Okay, I was not correct. That was not the right one, but this is the right one. So getting this. And then they just want one of these tiny cat with Glade cat litters. And we are done at PetSmart. Let's go check out. Hello. So we got that PetSmart order dropped off. Yeah, it was actually pretty good. That was only 1.1 miles from the store, so I think it only ended up being like 3 miles, even though it originally said 3.9. Sometimes DoorDash's GPS tries to route you a different way. That's more mileage. I don't know why they do that, but yeah, so it was a pretty good order. I'm currently here sitting in the Kroger parking lot. I'm waiting for another Doordash or an Instacart, maybe. We'll see. Uber was going off like crazy, but it's literally for horrible orders. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not driving 17 miles or whatever. So yeah, but I want to talk about something real quick, and that is actually how I feel about no tip orders. You'd be amazed how many orders I see that don't have a tip. And I know this is a really controversial thing. There's a lot of people who are like, I pay the delivery fee for DoorDash, I shouldn't need the tip. And I honestly understand that perspective. DoorDash and Instacart and all these people charge insane fees. And yeah, I mean, you're thinking, I already pay so much for this stuff. Why should I have to tip? We're already paying all these fees. That was not the case. DoorDash typically only will pay you $2 despite all the markups and fees they charge you. The Dasher gets $2. Instacart can vary a little bit depending on the size of the items, heaviness, things like that. But usually it's like $5-something from Instacart. The rest is all tips. I don't love that structure. I wish it wasn't that way, honestly. Because I understand people are like, I already paid for this. Why should I have to pay all these fees? I get that. But I do totally understand the concerns of customers. Like, why should we pay a tip when we're already paying all these fees? I get it. Unfortunately, though, that's just how the companies are. They do pocket most of the fees and we get $2. And I've actually heard people say, well, you signed up to do this job. You should take my order whether I tip or not. Well, here's the thing. We didn't sign up and get hired really by DoorDash. We signed up to be independent contractors, and that means we get the right to take any order or decline any order that we want to. And we have the ability to be able to pick and choose what ones we want to do and what ones we don't. And so maybe for one person, there's an order that's worth it, but for another one, it's not. And so that's kind of the thing. This is not like a W-2 where DoorDash hires us and pays us $20 an hour. And yeah, it's not like we're not doing a job. We are independent contractors and get the ability to pick and choose what orders we want to take. And most of the time, if it's a no-tip order, we only get paid $2. And in most cases, that's just not worth it. So I've let customers have the right not to tip if they don't want to. But we also have the right not to take the order. And, you know, eventually someone might take the order. A lot of times DoorDash will up the pay, Instacart will up the pay until somebody takes the order. But, you know, that's kind of the thing. So you have the right not to tip, but we have the right not to take it either. So that's kind of my thoughts on no tippers. I mean, there's been Walmart orders, like Spark orders, like $11 for one item. that doesn't have a tip on it. It's an express order, but I've still taken it because the pay was right. So if the pay is right, even if there's not a tip, I will take it. For me, it's all about, is it worth my mileage? Is it worth the gas in my car? Is it worth my time? And a lot of times a $2 order is not. But for somebody else that might be, or, you know, that's kind of how it goes. So that's my thoughts on no tippers. All right, so had my dinner and now I am back out for a couple of hours, and starting with this order, it's a shopping order for Walgreens, $8.25, 2.3 miles, 8 items. They're all grocery items, so this shouldn't be bad. So let's get it. All right, so they want a box of Kleenex tissues here, so I guess it's not all grocery, but it's in the grocery section, so that counts. All right, so they also want the Belvita banana bread biscuits. I've never had those before. Those sound really good. They also want a loaf of wheat bread, and they want one of these Arizona teas. They also want some milk here. Last but not least, they want some of this raspberry Talenti, and we are done. Unfortunately, they didn't have one of her items, so hopefully they're good with that. It wouldn't let me refund it, so she must have said no substitutes. But we got it. Let's go check out. All right, so just got this absolutely insane Aldi shopping order, $38.50. It says 5.9 miles, but I would say 2 of them was to get to Aldi from where I was. So probably like 3 miles of the customer. 91 quantity of items, 56 unique items. So I don't know, it's gonna be a lot, but that's good money there. So I'm gonna take it. All right, so next order here is for Pizza Cottage. It is $12, 5 something miles, but it's literally going to that same customer that I just delivered Aldi to. Like, yeah, so exciting. And she added a $5 tip onto the Aldi order, so it ended up being $43.50. Great order, but let's get this Pizza Cottage. Hi, Doordash from Megan S. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. That's the salad and also a copy of the receipt.
All right, have a good night. All right, guys, got another DoorDash here for Chipotle. It's not the best order. It's $5. It says 4-something miles. I was gonna have to go to something miles anyway, back from that last drop off because she kind of lives in the country a little bit. So it would probably taken 2 miles to get to a restaurant. So it's really like only 1.7 miles or something. So we'll do it. All right, so got another DoorDash here. It is for $5, 3.3 miles. Not the best, but not the worst. So let's do it. All right, thank you so much. You too. Alright guys, so that was all the orders I ended up doing for this Thursday shift here, and actually I only did DoorDash, which is kind of weird. Usually I'm multi-app, but DoorDash was where it was at that Thursday night, so that is what I did. So total earnings from DoorDash, $73.75, for a total of 2.67 hours. So I did the, order for PetSmart, and then I had dinner, and then I went back out and did some more orders, and, that's kind of what added up to the 2.67 hours. So it breaks down our earnings per hour of $27.62. Not too shabby, but let's look at our expenses and mileage. So the total miles it took for these deliveries, we got 25.6 miles here. Estimated taxes of $14.51. That does take into account that standard mileage deduction that we get as gig workers. Then we have the estimated fuel cost of about $2.75. And estimated wear and tear of $2.56, bringing our profit down to $53.93, or a profit per hour there of $20.20, which, hey, that is not too shabby at all. So, anyways, guys, that's all I have for this video. I really hope you all did enjoy following along for some more gig work, and until the next one, thank you so much for watching. Thank you.